ओके आराम से आराम से।
हेलो अभिषेक।
Lochan is ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, everyone, can everyone mute, please?
Mukhtar, I think we can start now.
Good morning, friends. I welcome you all on this beautiful fall morning. While we have everybody getting together, I'm going to invite Lochan to start the national anthem for India and US, followed by a Ganesh Stuti. I request you all to go on mute.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Okay, I'm gonna do the Indian national anthem. Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vikata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Banga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jaladi Taranga तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाये तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे Jaya 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 Jaya. Okay, now a short Ganesha song to start off the meeting. Ganesha Kumara Pahimam Gajamukha 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 Ganesha Kumara Pahimam Manoratha Siddhidayaka Agama Padadinuta Bhavashri Guru Guhaita Gajamukha Ganesha Kumara Pahimam Gajamukha Ganesha Kumara Pahimam Gajamukha Ganesha Kumara Pahimam. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Lochun. Thank you. Really, that was really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again. All right. So moving on, we have everyone together on behalf of the Indo-American Community and Federation of Indian Association of New England Chapter and many other esteemed organizations. I welcome you all to this virtual town hall with our honorary guest, Deputy Consul General of India, New York, Dr. Varun Jeff. We have many esteemed guests from community organizations like Teammate, Tamil, Malayali, Telugu, Rajput, Hindu Seva Sangh, Seva International, and many more that we will learn going forward, who will be welcoming our honorary guest, who has always showed his willingness and eagerness to support our relations. Over the last few days and weeks, we have received many questions regarding immigration, passports, visa, OCIs. Needless to say, COVID has made many things more complex. To help our community and our audience, we as a team with other organizations brought together this virtual Q&A session where we can get some clarity around these questions. We hope you get some clarity and help your family and friends and take the message forward. I really thank Dr. Varun Jeff, who has come forward to provide his support. Now, I would like to welcome Vice President of Federation of Indian Association New England, Sanjay Gokhleji, who can come and welcome Dr. Varun Jeff.
Thank you, Mukta. And thank you, everybody for joining on this Saturday morning. Thank you, Dr. Varun Jeff ji, for giving us the time. Namaste and आपका स्वागत है और हम सबकी शुभकामनाएं आपके साथ है for a very productive and memorable tenure for you for the next 3 years. It was very nice meeting with you last month in New York. Also invite you to come visit us in New England to meet with prominent members of the Indian American community here. While I am here on this call, I want to take a moment for the benefit of everybody on the call to introduce or give some information about FIA, the Federation of Indian Associations. FIA is basically an organization of organizations of Indian American organizations, local, regional, as well as other charitable organizations. It has a very long and rich history. As you know, Varunji, the FIA has worked with the Indian consulate in New York and other places for many decades. Several members and past presidents of the FIA have been recognized with Padma Shri and Pravasi Bharatiya awards by the government of India. Basically, there are 4 or 5 different categories at a high level that FIA activities are focused on. We let the local regional organizations do the cultural programs like Diwali, Holi, etc. Unless it is something that is going to be organized at a grand scale, like recently Abhishek ji and the FIA New England team, we celebrated India's 75th Independence Day at the Rhode Island State House, and it was a magnificent event. But mainly our activities are focused in 4 or 5 major areas. The first one is engagement with the broader American community. Indians have a very good positive image in America, but we basically go beyond that and do things like, I remember 2 years ago, Abhishek ji had approached us and we provided lunches for the emergency workers during the peak of COVID time. This is basically to build a goodwill with the broader American community. Likewise, on the 20th anniversary of 9/11 attacks, we visited a fire station and basically did a candlelit event there and things like that. My other team members will go into these different initiatives of FIA in greater detail. I'm just going to give a high level areas. So that was the first area. The second area we focus on is advocacy activities. So for example, when Articles 370 and 35A were abrogated, there was a lot of noise. And although there was an executive branch level communication between the governments, but lots of representatives and senators, they did not necessarily have all the information. So, members of FIA and Indo-American community, we met with several of the representatives and senators to explain the position. And I want to thank the Indian consulate staff for making the facts and the talking points available so that we could better explain and do the advocacy work. The third area that we do focus on is more active participation in the political process. We have organized some, political fundraising campaigns, as well as we have done some grassroots work, such as, making phone calls from a phone bank for different candidates that we consider to be friendly towards India. We are bipartisan. I mean, we may have individual preferences towards one party or another, but as far as our political activity is concerned, we basically want to support candidates who are friendly towards India, who join the India caucus, whether in the Congress or the Senate. And then the next activity that we have also, set of activities we participate is whenever there is any kind of event in India, whether it is a natural disaster or terrorist attacks, and some aid has to be coordinated. The FIA community has been very active, whether it was the supporting the families of the victims of attacks in Galwan, or whether it was floods in Uttarakhand, or more recently the COVID pandemic, any kind of advocacy work that we could do with the local representatives here. And finally, as far as serving the Indian American community in New England, do things like counselor camps. There was one conducted in Massachusetts to help people bringing consulate to their doorstep. Similarly in Connecticut, etc. Several of my team members here, they are going to cover these areas in greater detail. But I want to welcome you all, and we are looking forward to a very productive and memorable association with you. FIA and the consulate, we have worked for decades, and under your leadership and also Honorable Consul General Jaiswalji's leadership, we are looking forward to taking this collaboration to new heights. So thank you and welcome. Muktaji.
Thank you, Sanjayji. That was a great message. We really are thankful to all the organizations coming together for a single cause. Moving on, we are going to start the welcome message from all these organizations. Please keep the time limit to 30 seconds in the interest of time, so everybody can get a chance to speak and welcome our DCG. So we will start with Mohan Nanapaneni. Can I have him on the spotlight, please? He's the founder of Team 8. All of your details have already been given to our consulate office, so I would request all of you to keep it within 30 seconds limit so everybody can get a chance.
Namaste, Varun and everyone. Good morning and welcome, Varun. You have a very daunting task because the New York consulate covers almost 10 states and the majority of the Indian community. It's a daunting task, but I wish you all the best in your new position. And you have a great team to do that anyway. Just want to take a moment and introduce about Team 8. We incorporate only for one purpose, which is providing emergency help for people either living or traveling abroad. And that is the only thing we do. And especially people, facing these dire situations, such as, accidents, suicides, homicides, sudden deaths or any other legal issues. And we become kind of their extended family and create a kind of a bridge between the affected and their families in India. And we provide all emergency help, whatever necessary at that time. And we have over 2,000 volunteers all over United States, Canada, and 10 other countries, and every nook and corner of every city pretty much. And the consulates we know have limited resources, particularly when there is an incident happening in the corner of Maine or somewhere where you cannot go. We have, and we have been working with consulates all over USA and Canada for the last few years. And we work almost on a day-to-day basis. We handle almost 150 to 200 deaths. And apart from hundreds of other minor issues like psychological issues, legal issues, employment issues, anything that's necessary for our Indian community. And once again, I give you a warm welcome. And Ranveer and you have a great team, and we work on almost every day. And whenever you get a call from people for India or for other corners for help, and you call us, and we sincerely appreciate the confidence you bestowed on us, and we try to do our best. And last but not least, and we have great partnerships we built. FIA is one of our strongest partner, and we also partnered with about 80 other large national organizations. And we cover pretty much all over US and India and Canada. And we send bodies, just to take 2 more seconds. Within the last 4 years, we sent that disease anywhere from Nagaland to Goa, from Uttaranchal to Trivandrum, and 10 other countries, not only India, Iran, Peru, Chile, Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador. So that kind of help we provide, and we do it very settled way, and we are keeping the dignity of the deceased as utmost priority. Once again, Abhishek-ji, thank you very much for arranging this. FAA, thank you for your partnerships. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Mohanji.
Thank you, Mohanji.
Thank you. Next, we have Professor Balram Singhji. He is the founder and president of Institute of Advanced Sciences. Can I have Balramji?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Deputy Consul General. I have not met him, but Institute now and before that, Center for Indian Studies at the University of Massachusetts has very collaboratively have worked with his predecessor, Shatrughnji. And we are looking forward to get some more work done. New England is the area of knowledge, and Boston is the cultural capital of United States. And we look forward Boston Center of Excellence that I also chair with, and the institute which works with Ayurveda, yoga, and all this, and trying to create a different kind of world order. And we will be looking forward to his leadership and collaboration. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Balramji. Next one, we have Subbu Kotachi. He's the founder of the Boston Group and a great philanthropist. Can we have Subbuji on the spotlight, please?
Good morning. This is Subbu Kota. I just want to welcome the Honorable Consul General. Hope we can meet. I represent several organizations, but talk about India Society of Worcester, which is a 55-year-old organization serving people from the Worcester County. We have a permanent facility building in Shrewsbury, serves a huge community. We do a lot of cultural activities and people to gather. We have a place, and we promise to take care of people where other organizations cannot and will not, but we have our own place. And particularly, we serve as a repository for all the people who want to share and gather and spend time together. And also teach people how to be entrepreneurs, and young people how to do the cultural activities. Thank you, sir. Look forward welcoming you to our facility and address all of our community. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Subbuji.
Thank you so much, Subbuji. Can we have Kaushik Patel on the spotlight, please? He's the president of World Hindu Council of America, New England.
Namaste, everybody. Namaste, everybody. On behalf of World Hindu Council of Massachusetts and Merrimack Valley, we welcome you, Honorable Deputy Consul General. And under your leadership, we have confidence you'll do great job. Based on your last couple weeks ago, we met during Modi ji's visit. I noticed you have a very good skill of listening, and you have picked up our issues right away. So I have very high hopes, and we welcome you. We are also celebrating Hindu month, October as a Hindu month. And please, everybody join us and celebrate this Hindu month. Thank you. And everybody, thank you to our FIA team who has put together this whole program. They have worked very hard. So thank you to all the team members. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaushik ji. Really appreciate it. Then we have Shefali Kalyani ji. She's a very well-known social worker, and she's the chairperson of Nashua Soup Kitchen in New Hampshire. Do we have Shefali ji here?
Yes, namaste. Hello, Dr. Varun ji. Thank you for joining us today. Namaskar. Thank you, FIA team, for inviting me. My name is Shefali Kalyani. I'm the founder and executive director at We Care Charity. I'm also an executive director for Nashua Soup Kitchen as well. We cook and serve 4,000 people between New Hampshire and Massachusetts on a monthly basis. We primarily deal with homeless population in shelters. We also cook and serve and acknowledge about 23 shelters between New Hampshire and Massachusetts. And I myself actually go on daily basis, putting food in my trunk and feeding people on the streets. So that's what we do. We also have presence in India, in Maharashtra, and in Gujarat, where we feed people there as well. We have adopted few slums where we send kids to going to school versus begging on the streets, and we feed the parents and the children by giving grains every month to them. So that's who I am, and I welcome you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you, Shefali ji. We really appreciate what you do for the community. Thank you for being here today. Next, we have Mr. Bharat Shah. He's the president of Gujarati Association of New England.
Hi, Kem Cho. I have to say that in Gujarati. Welcome, Dr. Jeff. Very excited to have you join the team at the consulate. And we as, I'm the president of Gurjar. It's a very old organization. We serve Gujarati community for cultural aspects as well as some of the charitable causes. I also work with Shefali, by the way, but today we have a big Navratri event. So half my focus is there, but excited to be here and welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bharatji. I know everybody looks forward to all the Gurjar events. We are looking forward to it. Can we have Ram Gupta ji? He's the founder of Hari School, and he's also on the board of trustees of Rhode Island Temple Committee. Ram Gupta ji.
I think he's not here, I believe.
Okay, so I think we can move forward. Do we have Raju Datla ji? Trying to. Okay, so I think we can. Bob Lancia, can we have him? Yep, so he is here. I see he's the chaplain in the US Navy and was a member of Rhode Island House of Representatives. Bob has been a great supporter of the Indian-American relations, and he's always been helpful and supporter and always willing to help. Bob, we cannot hear you, Bob. You're on mute. Bob, you're on mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. I'm going to have to leave in a couple minutes. I have another event to go to, but I appreciate, met the Deputy Consul General in New York myself, a great man. He is a great listener and very personable, and I really appreciate that. In reference to Hindu Heritage Month, I lobbied the governor of Rhode Island, Dan McKee, for a proclamation, gubernatorial proclamation. I picked it up yesterday and I have it. And it is honoring Hindu Heritage Month here. A little hard to see perhaps, but I'll be giving the copy to Abhishek Singh. So picked that up yesterday. So he has declared October Hindu Heritage Month in Rhode Island. It's got his seal and his signature. So I'm very proud of that. Always want to advocate on behalf of the India community and running for Congress, as you know. And when I win, I'm going to be India's best friend in Congress. Thank you so much. And everyone have a great day.
Thank you all. Next, we have Mr. Vikas Deshpande. Can we have Vikas, please?
Yeah,
He's the
namaste.
media.
Yeah, sir.
Just saying, you the media coordinator of Hindu Seva Sangh. We are very excited to have you here.
Namaste and welcome to Deputy General. My name is Vikas Deshpande, also known as Vittal Deshpande, and I am a Karyakarta for Hindu Swayamsevak Sangha, a national organization for Hindus. We have 220 branches all across the US, and we have significant presence in New England also, with diaspora from India representing as a part of our whole membership. So, and we work within the community as well as for the entire US community, particularly during COVID and during Seva Diwali. And we look forward to work with the consulate also and during your tenure. So again, welcome and dhanyavad.
Thank you, Vikasji. Can we have Geeta Patelji? She's our media coordinator, Indian media versus global US media. Can we have Geeta ji?
Prapatam and Namaskaram. Great good morning and warm greetings to Dr. Jeff, DCG, and every one of you. On behalf of both Indian and American print and social media agencies operating in New England region, I welcome Dr. Jeff, the Deputy Consul General of India, to our New York office. It is truly a pleasure for us to meet and greet you in person, sir. Of course, on this web conferencing platform. Sir, we have heard and we know a great about your dynamic personality and your law-based management approach. I can hardly wait for enough to listen to you and increase our knowledge about your various programs and visa policies that are changed due to COVID. And I also would like to, are interested in listening to you about your ideas or vision or any ideas about India-US collaborative projects or programs in the areas of science, technology, engineering, innovation, economy, healthcare, vaccine development, and many more. As a media person, it is an honor for us to share all your valuable information with our wider Indian community. We greatly look forward to work with you and your team very closely and provide you with all the required support to excel in the, to exceed the benchmark set by our New York office during your tenure here. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deepa ji. Do we have Ram Gupta ji online? Okay. Can we have Sandeep Jadhav ji? He's from Sankalp Marathi Mandal, Massachusetts.
Yeah, namaskar. Jai Hind and Jai Maharashtra. Good morning all. Welcome Dr. Varun ji and thanks FI to establish this connection. I'm Sandeep Jadhav. I'm one of the founder of Sankalp Marathi Mandal, which has more than 150 Marathi families across. We established our group since last 3 years. We started this different initiatives like Shala, Marathi School, Pustak Club, Books Club, Arthik Charcha, investing groups, and more. We are still young organization, and overall our goal is to make our one platform for our generation to learn our culture, values, and take that ahead. And we need everybody's support to make that happen. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. Can we have Shivendra Singhji? He's the founder of Rajput Association of North America. Shivendra ji, you can unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Namaste to Dr. Varun and all the attendees. On behalf of 800 Rana members, as one of the founders, I welcome Dr. Varunji and the attendees on this occasion to welcome Dr. Varun. This is my second time when I am blessing Dr. Varun to grow to the highest position of his organization. I was founder member, but I never hold any positions. I just did service. I also had another organization where I lived in Pennsylvania for 30 years. There are no president, no vice president, all were working together and we are organizers. I have only one question with Dr. Varun, that the kind of service people New York Consulate General is providing, is it provided by all other consulate or just this unique over here? Dr. Varunji. So
I think we'll take the questions, Shivendra ji, towards the end. So okay. I think we're going to table it for now. We still have a lot of, but thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for giving the opportunity to talk. And bless
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have Pratima Penumarthi here in the spotlight, please? She's the founder and CEO of Volunteering for Seniors. Pratima ji, are here? Is here?
Yeah, hi, I'm sorry. I'm outside. I was trying to get ready for the work, but thank you very much for starting this organization. And thank you to first to Abhishek Singh, and to the entire FIA for inviting me. And my biggest warm wishes to Dr. Jeff. And I'm pretty sure Dr. Jeff is going to do wonderful in his tenure here, helping all of us. Little bit about myself, Dr. Jeff. I am Pratima Penumarthi. I'm the founder of Volunteering for Seniors organization. I just started this year, 2021, with the vision that making sure that every elder and seniors, including our Indian seniors, are having the best of best support, what we can give them, and they can live their life to their fullest. And right now, as you see, I'm getting ready to deliver food to the elders. So we are a wonderful organization with not just one person. It's a movement that we are having here. We have a lot of people who are with us. I don't want to name how many are there, but we are there. We're a good number of people, not just from Massachusetts. We have from Pennsylvania, from North Carolina, from Connecticut, all the way to New York. So we have a lot of people who are coming together, helping us to make this a wonderful movement. I would not talk much about my organization right now because it's eventually for people to see what we are doing. But my best wishes to you, Dr. Jeff, and I know that we are very proud to have you with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pratima ji. Can we have Dr. Saraswati here? She's the lung specialist and she also works with the Indian Medical Association, New England. Can we have Dr. Saraswati? Are you on mute, Dr. Saraswati? Okay. I'm going to move forward with Mr. Deepak Rathore. He's our very active member of Federation of Indian Association. Can we have Deepak, please?
Thank you, Mukta. On behalf of FIA New England, I will welcome Dr. Varun Jeff, Deputy Consul General of New York to New England area. It is our honor and pleasure that you accepted this interactive session with us, with New England community and its leaders. Basically, as Singhji initially mentioned, that we are getting involved with the US officials. We are inviting them to our Indian functions and the events, and also with that volunteer work during the US 2020 presidential elections. So basically, we are trying to increase Indian diaspora presence in New England area and every area where we can. So I would like to basically ask or see how we can help US consulate and get the help from the US consulate to improve our presence with the US government and improve the trade between two countries, two biggest and largest democracy of world, basically. And again, thank you, Dr. Varun, to accept our invitation and join us. Thank you, Mukta.
Thank you so much, Deepak ji. Can we have Karthik Ramu, please? He's the founder of the Tamil Nadu Association of Greater Boston. Hello, Karthik ji.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Vanakkam, everyone. Good things align during Navratri. There is also a saying, Navratri brings benefit multifold. I'm sure it's not a coincidence that the Indian community from all across New England gathered here to welcome and greet our Deputy Consul General of New York, Dr. Varun Jeff, today on the auspicious days of Navratri. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Foundation, the largest humanitarian and charity organization that serves the state of Tamil Nadu from USA since 1976, it is my pleasure to welcome you, sir. When it comes to our needs, our embassy never lets us down, and it is always closer to us. Please accept our sincere appreciation for that, sir. I would like to quote the Tirukkural and would like to put forth 3 items for your consideration, which I think is a priority for our community. Thunguga thungil செயற்பால தூங்கற்க தூங்காது செய்யும் வினை. In case of unexpected flood, the construction of roads can be delayed, but the relief works during the flood should not be delayed. Basically, the decision must be made by the administration based on priority. I think that's our context. I think in our context, these 3 items are priority. By deploying a vaccination at mass scale, now our Prime Minister had made sure the number of COVID cases go down to the lowest. Most of the community members now are anxious to see their parents, their siblings, and they wanted to come over from India, waiting for the ban to be lifted so they can visit their families. It will be definitely of a big help if the consulate fully expedite and improve the service processing times on various requests we have. Number 2, there are opportunities and means to improve the procedures and processes in the embassy currently adopted for serving our community. We from the land of superior talents, when it comes to the information technology, one way to show it to the world is by adopting the best technology process in our embassy. Number 3, continue to create and involve our community to brainstorm and solve challenges faced by us. As I always, the Indian community members here, we immigrated, we are solving bigger problems for our employers and
Thank you, Karthik ji. I'm sorry to interrupt, but thank you so much.
Thank you very much for FIA for organizing this. Once again, our hearty welcome and best wishes to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Karthik ji. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a lot to cover, so I just want to be, mindful of everyone's time. Thank you. Can we have Mr. Paul Ignatius, please? He's the founder of Malayali Association of New England.
To claim that I'm founder of Malayali Association of New England would be a lie. Malayali Association here is 50 years old. So first and foremost, I'm only 51. So first and foremost, Mr. Varun to New England area. I'm founder of DPD Deficiency Foundation, a rare disease that affects more than 9% of children in India. And on behalf of all the rare disease children and Malayalis, we welcome you to New England and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paul. Can we have Mr. Mahesh Patel ji? This is the chairman of Board of Trustees of Rhode Island Temple. Mr. Mahesh
Namaste.
Patel.
Yep. Namaste, everybody. I want to thank the organization for hosting our 75th Indian celebration in Rhode Island. Rhode Island is the smallest state in New England, and it's very approachable. I'm the chairman. We have a permanent building in Rhode Island, and we serve over 3,000 families in the surrounding area. We have a permanent priest who does all the religious activities inside and outside the temple. And we conduct language classes over the weekends, and we have over 150 children who participate in 3 different languages. We welcome you, sir. We are there for you. We are the organization, and if you have a chance to come visit us in Rhode Island, please do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahesh.
Thank you, Mahesh ji. Thank you so much. Can we have Anil Sehgal ji? He's the founder of Lokwani and Ekal Vidyalay.
Thank you so much. My name is Anil Sehgal, and I'm the founder of Lokwani.com. It is a 20-year-old Indian American media here, which basically serves the Indian American community, keeps them updated with basically anything going on in the New England area, primarily focused on Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. In addition, I am an active member of Ekal Vidyalaya. Ekal Vidyalaya runs 100,000 plus single teacher schools in every state in India. It's about a 25-year-old organization, and it's now expanding besides education into health services and village development. Thank you and welcome, and look forward to meeting you in person.
Thank you, Anilji.
Thank you, Anilji. Can we have Mr. Kaval Multani here? He's the founder of MiraSangeet.com.
So much. In fact, our founder is Amit Khanna, he's based out of Boston. So I have been with Mera Sangeet for about 13 years. That's about the time that Mera Sangeet started. And we have been the leading radio station, Hindi radio station in the US. So first of all, happy Navratri to everyone. Namaskar, Dr. Varun ji, and we welcome you on behalf of MeraSangeet.com. A warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kamalji. Can we have Shubhangi Raman? He's from Tamil Mukamal, New Hampshire.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Yes.
Hi, Mukta. Thanks. Good morning, namaskaram, everybody, and happy Navratri. Thank you, first of all, Abhishek Singhji, the FIA, and the Indo-American community for giving us an opportunity to partner with you on this town hall. On behalf of Tamil Makkal Mandram, I would like to welcome Dr. Varun Jeff to this New England area. Thank you, sir, for taking out time from your busy schedule, especially on a weekend, to, join us on this virtual town hall and help answer the questions, which I know most of us have, given the overload of information that we get from all sources and social media and things that keep changing and opinions that keep changing. Tamil Makkal Mandram, in a nutshell, we are a social, educational, and charitable institution to promote the Tamil culture and heritage in the New England area. And we also have a lot of charitable drives that we do to help folks back in Tamil Nadu as well as different states in the US. So I work as a director of events and contribute what I can to the community. So Dr. Varunji, welcome once again, and we really look forward to a fruitful, productive, and happy partnership with you and your team. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shubhaji. I know, Dr. Varunji, we are overwhelming you with a lot of questions and a lot of information, but I'm sure it's all helpful. We have a few more guests here lined up before we go into the next section. We have Ms. Anandita Nanda. She's a scientist and international performing artist from Connecticut.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
First of all, a very warm welcome from Connecticut and the artist community, my fraternity. Although we are not the essential workers, but we lift the soul of the nation. So I have been trying to do that through our programs. I sit on the board of World Heritage Cultural Center of New York, work with 85 embassies across the US, and pretty much giving everybody a safe space to be able to explain themselves or be able to kind of present themselves, not just in the present, but celebrate who they are from the past, present, and future. Having represented US in about 10 countries through the Indian embassies and working closely with the New York embassy and your predecessors, it has been an amazing experience so far. And I look forward to what we can do for the fraternity itself in terms of promoting our classical arts and music and dance that has been happening so far, and what is it in store in the future for us. Warm welcome also from my charity, Asha for Education, which is one of the biggest charity here in the US working with India. And on Navratri, as somebody else rightfully said, my warm wishes to the entire 75 people that have joined the call today, and to you. And on behalf of everybody, I welcome you again. Thank you.
Thank you, Anandita ji. Can we have Dr. Saraswati? I think she has joined the call now. Dr. Saraswati?
Sorry, namaste. Happy Navratri to all. Greetings from India. I'm currently in India. So we welcome Honorable Deputy Consulate General. We did have the pleasure to meet him earlier a few weeks ago. And I'd like to thank Abhishek Singh, my friend who's been doing great work here, integrating between India and US. And I'm the chair for Massachusetts Medical Society International Medical Graduate Section. And we hope to do so many things for the medical graduates who are here from India and who have lots of questions regarding J1 visa and other visas. So we hope to do a lot of work. Thank you very much. Thank you, Abhishek, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Saraswati. Can we have Gina Virwani from Seva International?
Namaste, everyone. Thank you, FIA. Thank you, Indo-American community, for this wonderful program. Welcome, Dr. Jeff, the Honorable DCGI. We are looking forward to listening a lot from you. I'll be very quick. Seva International is a charity organization. I'm from the Boston chapter, and I do events coordination with Boston chapter. As you all know, Seva is basically providing disaster relief and rehabilitation Our development programs focus mainly on family services, child, tribal, and refugee welfare, women empowerment, health, and education of the girl child. In addition to working in the USA, we work in India, we work in Colombia, Guyana, India, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. I look forward to listening to Dr. Jeff. And thank you, Abhishek ji, for this opportunity. And lovely hearing from all the wonderful organizations here today. Namaste.
Thank you, Gina. Can we have Amrendra K. Ajay ji? He's from Bihar and Jharkhand Association of North America.
First of all, I would like to welcome Dr. Jeff, and I hope we can work more to get all these questions done. But also, I have been with the Consulate General, Dr. Jaiswal, before when we have a camp in Massachusetts, and I have seen that people get benefited. We can go to you, and you people are face-to-face helping each other. So I want to work with you, and I wish you all the very best and incorporate you in our Indian community here. We all can do it together, and I'm very happy to get connected and work with you. Apart from that, I would like to thank you, all of you who are here, and it's great to know all these associations and what they are doing. It is very informative for all of us. And as a team, Bajane Bihar Jharkhand Association of New England, I'd like to be more incorporated into this into these events and help each other by our strengths that we have. Each organization is unique, and we can collaborate more and under this umbrella of Indian community. So thank you, Abhishek, and all FIA members for putting this together, and welcome Dr. Jeff again to our community.
Thank you, Amrendra ji. Can we have Raj Gupta ji here? He's our member of Federation of Indian Association.
Namaste. Thank you, Mukta ji. Thank you, Dr. Varun. Welcome to New York. It was very nice to meet you in person during the visit of Dr. Modi in New York. Embassy did an excellent job. I just want to say very quickly that salute to all the foreign services, what kind of sacrifice they do. And for us, you are the India. Basically, for the people living in America and the US, you are the India for us. So I'll say only one quickly thing that mostly people will ask the questions that what embassy can do for them. But as a FI member, we'll only do one thing, is that we will ask you that what we can do for you. And so FIA is a common link between an embassy and the Indo-American people in US. So welcome, and please do visit to Boston. Thank you.
Thank you, Raji.
Thank you, Raji. Can we have Mr. Ashish Pathak? He represents Swaminarayan Temple in Massachusetts.
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Welcome, Dr. Jeff, on behalf of India Association of Greater Rhode Island and BAPS Swaminarayan Temple and BAPS Charities. My family and I have been in this area for 25 plus years, and I've had the opportunity to serve as President of India Association of Rhode Island in the past. Also, I have been outreach administrator for BAPS Temple for the last 25 years or so, doing community outreach and public relations work. BAPS Charities is a global institution with tens of thousands of volunteers, and we have done tremendous job worldwide, not only just United States, but India and many places as well, through this charity, providing masks, meals, and number of other things. Among the things, one major item I request is you create the shortest possible loop of communication with the community workers like us. We meet the people here in the area, and we have a good understanding of the general thinking of the prominent and general people of this community. Many times we do not have a clear way of communicating this to the consulate office. The communication can be both ways. If there are rules and regulation changes in India, then they need to be communicated to our community. Many times people don't know. And similarly, if there is something important, we can communicate back to you. And a single point of communication will be very helpful. However, it is very encouraging that this time we have initiated the contact with you, and I hope this process continues. Keeping up with the flow of communication with you and your office will be a great new beginning. Again, we thank you and give you a warm welcome to New York, and looking forward to working with you and hopefully meeting you. And we also invite you to Massachusetts whenever you have time. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, FIA, for arranging this thing. Keep this group intact. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ashish ji. Do we have Rama here? He's the president of Telugu Association. Ramaji.
Thank you, Mukta. Sorry, I'm driving. So welcome, Dr. Jeff ji. Looking forward to working with you. And I've been part of a teammate and multiple other organizations, Boston, for past so many years. And we have good support from consulate so far in performing our activities successfully and diligently. And looking forward for the likely support from you. Like Rajji said, do let us know and keep us in your plans to how far we can support you, and at the same time, what should we do in obtaining better support from your end as well. So this is all from my end. Thank you, Mukta, and thank you, Abhishek, for coordinating this, facilitating this meeting. Again, warm welcome, Jeff.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ramaji. Thank you for all the work that you do for the community. Really appreciate it. Next, we're about time right now, but we're going to take some few more minutes. Varunji, we have a few things lined up, and I'm sure everybody's looking forward to hear from you. The team has worked really hard. So I'm going to continue with Deepak Sharma. He's an active member of our FIA New England chapter. Can we have Deepak Sharma, please?
Namaste, Varunji. It was a pleasant meeting in person. Yeah, we, like everyone has already covered it, what we do here. We're just trying to bring everyone together under one umbrella. We are representing individual communities as well as people of India. So we're trying to, help our community members. We also want to outreach to other people who are maybe not part of India, but associated with India and other organizations. So from everyone's behalf, I just wanted to give you a warm welcome and how we will be working together more closely. Thank you. Welcome again.
Thank you, Deepak ji.
Thank you, Deepak ji. If we have missed anyone, calling anyone, please reach out to us. I think, we have taken a lot of time, but we want to honor whoever has taken time to come here. So please reach out to us if I've not taken your name. With this, I'm going to invite Dr. Varun Jeff. He comes with a very diverse resume, and a lot of achievements. He's a medical graduate. He's a career diplomat with over a decade of experience in Indian Foreign Service. He has served in different capacities in Indian Embassy in Myanmar and the Indian High Commission in Malaysia. In between his overseas assignments, Dr. Varun Jeff served in New Delhi at the Ministry of External Affairs and was involved in administration and human resource management of India's Diplomat Corps. He joined the Consulate General of India in New York in September 2021. We welcome you, Dr. Varun Jeff, and look forward to hear from you.
Thank you, Mukta ji. My dear Indian brothers and sisters of New England, a very good morning to all of you. Namaskar. Also, my best wishes for Navratri and for the festive month that we have entered into now. It is auspicious for the Hindus, for our friends from the Islamic faith, for the Sikhs, for everybody actually. And like somebody mentioned, Saturday is a time when you spend with your family in the morning over a cup of tea. It is when you go out, you are playing sports, you are doing yoga with your friends. but you have taken time out this morning to spend it with me, to meet me, to greet me. I'm really, really touched by this. Over the last few days, I've had the opportunity to meet many of you in person, many of you over the virtual mode, and I'm really touched by the warmth and love that I have received from all of you. My thanks to each and every one of you. I'm also so delighted to meet so many of you this morning, to also know about so many organizations that are based in New England region of US. And I also take this opportunity to thank so many of you who had driven down to New York from New England to welcome the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi when he was here about a fortnight back. You all saw the grace and how delighted the Prime Minister was to see you here, and he made it a point to shake hands with each one of you. And so that was sort of a beginning of our partnership. And I was really, really happy to see all of you in New York turning out in such good numbers. Well, friends, the COVID pandemic, it is a challenge that the world is still facing. And when the first wave of COVID hit the United States, we as a community, you as the members of the Indian diaspora here, you showed great camaraderie. You all came together, supported each other, not only those who were from the Indian community, but the American population at large. This is something that has been recognized, is something that has been acknowledged by everybody in this country, also back in home and in other parts of the world. I'm also aware of your efforts of coming together with the consulate in helping us with the Vande Bharat mission, providing aid and assistance under those extraordinary circumstances, the way you reached out to the students, the way you helped us help those who were stranded in India because of the travel restrictions that were in place. My special thanks to all of you. You were also at the forefront of the COVID when the second wave hit India earlier this year. We saw the assistance that you helped us with, the aid that you had provided. It was not only in forms of concentrators or in forms of medical equipment and medicines, but also the help that you reached out to orphans and those who were rendered homeless, those who were in dire need of support at that time. The moral support that you extended to, I think it is something that we carry with us, and it is something that's going to be with us for a long, long time. So my appreciation, my gratitude to all of you for your generosity, for the warmth, for the overwhelming support that you had shown during those times. Well, I'm happy to share with you that in India, we are now nearing a 1 billion vaccine mark. And we hope that by the end of this year, we should be able to vaccinate about most of our adult population. So somebody was mentioning about easing the travel restrictions. I think Shivendra was mentioning that. I would touch on that in due course. But with the way vaccination is going on in India, we are confident that we would be able to vaccinate most of our adult population very, very soon. And we should be able to lift the restrictions on travel so that most of you can travel back to India, meet your dear and near ones, meet your family and friends back home in India. We in India are in our fight against COVID. We are also using the state-of-art technology in manufacturing of vaccine, in distribution of vaccines using drones. Now, we just started about 10 days back, where we are reaching out to the hilly terrains of northeast of India through drones. You must also be aware of the CoWIN app, which is again, an ideal platform, a digital platform through which registration is done for the vaccination, appointments are granted, and then certificate is also generated on this app. This is something that not many countries have been able to replicate so far, but we are assisting other countries, those who want to adopt this technology, adopt this app. We are reaching out to them and we are handholding them in adopting it. In India, we not only have Covishield and Covaxin, which we are producing locally, but we have also now been able to develop the world's first DNA-based vaccine. And we have also given it an emergency use approval. So I think with all these things coming together, we would be able to ramp up our vaccination, and we are placed comfortably in our fight against COVID. It is something that we jointly face together with the US, with India, and with others in this effort to combat the pandemic? Well, friends, India and US, just to touch a bit upon our bilateral relationship. So we have a comprehensive global strategic partnership. Our relationship is rightly characterized as the defining partnership of the 21st century. We all saw our Prime Minister coming recently. He was in New York and Washington, DC. We had the first in-person interaction meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Biden, and the outcome document reflected what the two countries can do together. And the title of the outcome document was Partnership for the Global Good. So it shows how far we have come together as partners, and our relationship is not just for the mutual benefit of our two countries, but for the larger good of everybody in the world. Well, friends, our bilateral agenda, it is very vast and it is expanding. Our interaction with the new administration here is strong and is expansive. And it is the people-to-people ties. It is you who form the bedrock of this relationship, this partnership. And I compliment you all for the stellar role that you have played in nurturing this partnership between our two countries. Let me also tell you that the consulate in New York, it was among the very few consulates, not only in this city, but in the region, that remained open throughout the pandemic. We extended support to those who were in need, be it for the consular services, be it people who were wanting to travel back to India by Vande Bharat mission flights. And this is something that we could do only with your support there. The way the community members, organizations came together, the way you extended your assistance to us, you were there shoulder to shoulder, literally in the face of the pandemic. So we could really count on you then, we count on you now, and we are confident that whenever we need your assistance, you are there for the country, you are there for our people, you are there for the American people. And I assure you of our commitment also in this and towards your well-being. We do understand that the pandemic had posed a challenge to the mobility. There were many of us who could not travel back to India and to other parts to meet our families, meet our friends. We have been cognizant of the need of the community, and we had been extending emergency entry visas to people who had emergencies in the family who needed to travel back to India. And it was during this time that we also saw how important or how useful it is to have an OCI card. If I could share the data with you, in just the first 8 months of this year, we have issued more than 38,000 OCI cards, which is more than the average of last 2 or 3 years. So we do understand that the usefulness of this facility that the government of India has extended to the people of Indian origin, to the overseas citizens of India. So we are also happy to see the community make the best of it. And I would request more and more of you to apply for OCI card if you don't have one. But of course, we do have the visa facilities. I would touch upon the visa part also in a short while. And we are going to open the visa for traveling to India as a tourist visa from 15th of October. That would be for the group tourists who go by chartered flights to India from 15th November onwards. Travel to India would be opened up further. We are going to liberalize the visa policy where tourist visas would also be available in addition to the other categories of visas that we are already giving. And friends, in these recent months, our focus has not just been the pandemic. We are also looking at economy, because economic growth is something that we have to work towards. We cannot leave economy and just focus on one thing. We have to focus on whatever is there, whatever is important for our people. So in this, our commitment is reflected in the slew of economic reforms that the government has undertaken, be it the labor code, be it agricultural reforms, be it taxation, education, civil services. You all would have heard about the new education policy. So we see that there have been broad-based reforms that the government of India has undertaken in recent years under the leadership of our Prime Minister. And we are already seeing the results of that. You would have seen the World Bank's projection about India's growth. It's a large economy, and we are projected to register a growth of anything between 8.5 to 10%, which I think is remarkable for an economy of India's size. We have also rolled out production-linked incentives to make India into a manufacturing hub. We are offering 13 key sectors here, and the budget outlay for that is $36 billion. You may be also aware of the disinvestment policy of the government of India. We are looking at national monetization pipeline, in which we are looking to disinvest and to monetize the government of India's assets. So here we are looking to generate anything in excess of $80 billion US. And the government, we are now following the mantra of reform, perform, and transform India. And this is something that I would seek your assistance. If you have any ideas that you can share with us, there are a lot of companies here which would be looking to invest in India, which would have interests in India. So do reach out to us, do let us know how we can help them and how we can help India in getting more investments, growing more on the economic front. And friends, you know that we are celebrating the 75th year of India's independence. The Honorable Prime Minister earlier this year on 12th March, he rolled out Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The historical significance was that this was the day in 1930 when Gandhiji embarked on the salt satyagraha against the Britishers. So this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is something that we are taking across the US. This is one area that I would seek your help in. We are celebrating the vibrant culture of India. We are we are honoring the struggle of our freedom fighters, and we would like to celebrate it in as many parts of the United States as possible, not just restricted to New York or to the neighboring states, but we would like your support in taking it to nooks and corners of US, especially in New England region. I would like the consulate, I would like the community to come together as we celebrate the 75 years of India's independence. This is an event, this is celebrations that will go on for the entire year. We will be celebrating it till India turns 75, as India turns 75 next year. We also have a robust plan for next 25 years to plan for 2047 when we celebrate our 100th anniversary. And in all of this, friends, I assure you my full cooperation from my side. We look forward to be working with you, with all the organizations of New England, other parts of United States that come under the jurisdiction of the Consulate General of India in New York. We look forward to strengthen our vibrant cultural and warm people-to-people ties. We are looking to build on commercial and economic partnership and also develop meaningful educational and knowledge links. Now, if I were to just touch upon some of the questions that were raised, Shivendra ji had asked whether other consulates are doing as well. Shivendra ji, thank you so much for recognizing the good work that our consular team in the consulate has been doing. We do understand there is always hope for further improvement. That is what our effort is. And I believe all the other consulates of India, our embassy in Washington, DC, they're all working 24/7. They're all working day in and day out to give consular services in a more efficient manner, to make it more accessible. These are already affordable, but to deliver them in more effective and more efficient manner. The consulates and the embassy, we have regular dialogues with each other. We have regular meetings to understand the best practices of each other, how we can deliver and how we can improve our services further. So that is a work in progress. I would also like to take this opportunity to inform you all that the consulate in New York, we work 7 days a week. Even today, we'll have some of our colleagues who would be in the consulate. Even tomorrow, we'll have our officers there, so that anybody who needs a visa on an emergency basis, who needs to travel to India to attend to any exigency, they are attended to, they are issued the visa the same day so that they can travel to India. So this is something I thought I would share with you. So that was on the emergency visa. That was to answer Shivendra ji's question. Deepak ji asked about trade. So India and US, we are not only the oldest democracy, the largest democracies, But US is also the largest trading partner for India. The two countries have very robust trade. We have a bilateral trade in goods and services close to $150 billion now, and it is something that we are very hopeful that it will only increase in the times to come. We in India have set a target of increasing our exports, reaching a $400 billion mark, and we are sure that with your help, with the help of US importers, with the efforts of the Indian consulate in New York, with the effort of other offices of India in New York and in other parts of the United States, we would be able to increase our exports, meet the requirement of the American companies, meet the demands and requirements of the American importers here. So I'm quite bullish about it. I'm very much confident that trade, economic relation, which is one of the important pillars of our bilateral relationship, this is something that looks only positive to me from here. Then Karthik ji asked about the travel ease. So like I mentioned, even during the pandemic, we made sure that those who were in emergency requirement, they got their visas. We also ramped up the issuance of OCI cards from our side so that one could travel to India during the difficult times. He also mentioned about technology and IT. So I'm proud to say that in our consulate, we are always on the go when it comes to adopting new technologies. You would be aware of Pramit platform of ours, which is an interactive platform. You can log on to Pramit for all your services. It is very well laid down on our website. If you need a visa, it literally takes you through the process. Each stage at a time, you submit your queries, and then by the end of the day or latest by the following day, you would receive your answer to the query that you would have posted on it. So that was about the queries, but you can also apply through Pramit platform. You can apply for your visa, you can make payments for it, and then you can send your documents. Then as soon as we receive it, for us, the turnaround time for visa is just about under a week. That too, I'm telling you, on the higher side. Our effort is usually to give visas within 2 or 3 days. And in case you still don't get it, you can always write to us. Ashish ji was perhaps mentioning about the shortest possible link in the community about having a single point of contact. So I'm happy and I'm pleased to see that all our officers, we are accessible to you. And most of all, our Consul General, he takes a lead in reaching out to the community. He is very, very accessible. You have any issues, either with consular services, any issue at all pertaining to India where we can help, where we can come in, he's always available. I'm always available at your disposal, at your service. Do reach out to us, do let us know. So we are all your points of contact. I, for one, am committing my assurance to you. I am giving you that. You can always reach out to me through the phone or through email, whatever you prefer. And because we are talking of New England, I mean, we cannot leave out the students in this. And so for students, we have a couple of things that I thought I would point out to you. We do internship program for students, for meritorious students, those who want to understand how the government of India works, how the consulate works. So that would be a great opportunity for the students. They can come, they can join us, they would get the sense of how different wings in the consulate works. Well, a consulate is not just the consular services. It is not about only visas and OCI cards or issuing passport. There's so much more that we do in addition to and beyond consular services. Consular services, though, is a very, very important aspect of what we do here, because we have such a huge Indian diaspora here that we serve. But besides consular services, we also extend educational support. Besides the internship program, we also have established Indian corners in many universities across the country, also in jurisdiction of New York. In New England, we have established Indian corners where we provide good resources on India, be it Indian art, be it philosophy, be it our ancient texts. So we have set up Indian corners in Massachusetts. It's been established in Connecticut and also as far as Vermont. So we have our Indian corners there. So students are welcome. I would encourage them to visit the Indian corners in these universities. They should also encourage their American friends and friends from other nationalities who are studying with them to read and to go through the Indian books, texts that we have for them. We also organize interaction for students. We recently welcomed the new students who had joined for the fall semester, in which we not only had the alumni from the various universities, we had students who shared their experiences, but we also had community leaders and leaders from the business sectors who could guide the students in their as they look to explore their future in the United States. So these interactions are something that we keep organizing on a regular basis, and we intend to do another one in a couple of months, perhaps in November or December. And we would reach out to students, and we do this not only in the physical format but also online, so that we can reach out to as many students as possible. So I thought I would share that. On the educational front, we have a very strong commercial presence here in New York, and we reach out to states under our jurisdiction. We work in promoting bilateral trade and commercial relations between United States and India. We look to promote investment both sides, not just from US into India, but we also facilitate Indian investors who are looking to explore the American market. So we do that as well. We are very strong on the cultural side, as well, as you would have seen on our website. So we celebrate the vibrant and diverse culture that India has, our rich heritage. We also celebrate the shared values and shared aspirations of India and the United States. We focus on promoting our art, both visual and performance arts, our folk culture, dance, painting, yoga, Ayurveda, etc. So we do regular events on that. We do yoga across the country, and we do all this with your participation. It is you who take yoga, who takes the Indian art, Indian culture to different parts of United States, who take it to different parts of New England. And for that, I extend my thanks, my compliments to you. On the cultural side, we also give ICCR scholarships to Americans who are interested in classical music, in dance, in arts, in sculpture in Indian universities. So if any of your friends are interested to go there and to pursue courses in this, they are welcome, and we are here to support them. Because of the shared values that we have with America, we also observed the Black History Month earlier this year. That is a regular feature for us. And we also recognize the good work that the community has been doing during our Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, where we acknowledge, where we thank and recognize the spectacular work that the community leaders and you all have been doing, your partnership with us. So that is another thing that we do. We also organize book reading events. We do literary festivals in the consulate. And again, we are able to do this with your participation and with us reaching out to you, and you help spreading the word about these events. We also do a lot of plays, cultural shows, and concerts in the consulate and with our other partners in this field. And in the month of October, we are organizing an online painting competition. Entries are on for that till 20th of October. I invite you all, the children that are there between the age of 9 and 16 years, to participate in this online painting competition. The theme is National Unity Day, and we would be organizing an event on the birth anniversary of Sardar Patel on 31st of October. We look forward to your participation, either in person or through the virtual mode. And we would be also organizing, like I mentioned, series of events to mark the 75th year of India's independence. We would be organizing music, dance, languages, culinary art, traditions, etc. All these events would be organized by us. We invite you. We look forward to your participation in all these. So that was to touch on the cultural aspect of what we do. We also extend our help and assistance to those in need. We help in transportation of the mortal remains of those who have passed away. And in case the family is not able to afford the expenses for their last rites, for their transportation to India. So that is where the consulate chips in. We extend financial support and aid to them. And in this, I would like to recognize the good work that Team Aid has been doing. They've always been there for us, and they are our important partner in this on this front. We also, in the consulate, extend legal aid to those who are in help. We extend pro bono assistance, legal assistance for the first consultation that the Indians who are here, they may need in case they face any legal issues here. We also help the women in distress. We reach out to them. We try and solve the dispute amicably. We also extend legal help to them. We also reach out to Indians who are imprisoned in the United States for various charges. So we extend our consular services to them. So that is what our community affairs wing does. Now coming to the consular side, if I could just touch quickly upon the services that we extend on the visa front. So far, the tourist visa was one category of visa which was not, under which we were not issuing visas because of the pandemic. There were restrictions on travel, but we were issuing the other categories. For example, we were issuing students visa, we were issuing medical visa, we were issuing business visa. So these categories of visas were being issued by us earlier. And now from this month onwards, we are also going to open up the tourist visa for people so that they can travel to India, meet their families, attend events. So this is one facility that we are opening up. I'm happy to share that with you. In the coming days, we would have more details about it, and that you can see on our website and also on our social media platform. So that is on the visa thing. That's a good news that we have to share with you. On the OCI, our turnaround time has now gone down. We are able to issue visas in about 4 to 5 weeks at max. One thing that I thought I would share with you is that many a times what happens is that an applicant for OCI, he or she sends the application. Now the application comes to the outsourced service provider. It goes to VFS. There is a certain time that it takes. And then from VFS, then it comes to us. In case of an OCI, there is a 3-week window where the consulate waits for an approval to come from Delhi. Now, so we cannot be processing your application for these 3 weeks. So we wait for the approval to come from Delhi. And as soon as we get the approval, we start our process here. So that is why I was telling you the time that we in the consulate take is just roughly about 4 to 5 weeks, which would, I'm sure it's among the fastest anywhere in the world. And we try to give these facilities to you in as short a period as possible. And the same is with the passport. I have seen it myself how the process is done. It's a very, very tedious process, but our officers, they are very committed. And for the passports, we are now able to issue a Tatkal passport within a day, 2 days time, and a regular passport we are able to issue within under a week. And like I was telling you, in this year itself, in the first 8 months, we have issued more than 30 to 35,000 passports. So you can just imagine the number. The consular service is just our OCI card, our passports, our visas, and the miscellaneous services like attestation services, power of attorney, etc. Just these 4 services that we give, we have issued more than, or we have rendered more than 100,000 such services to you, to our Indian community here in New York and in the states that fall under our jurisdiction. So these are some of the things I thought that I would share with you. I also seek your participation. We are very thankful for that. We look forward to our continued association. In this regard, you have my full assurance that our consulate and each officer in the consulate is there. He is there to work with you, and we take this relationship forward. My special thanks to FIA New England, to all the all the members of the Indian American community. I would also like to thank in particular Shri Abhishek Singhji for for organizing this meet and greet, for all the team members who have assisted him in putting this thing together. I'm really, really blessed and very happy to be able to meet you all, although it was virtually. And I look forward to meeting you again in person very, very soon, and in working with you all in making our partnership even more stronger, more vibrant, and together we would work and together we would take this relationship forward. You have my full support, my full cooperation in that. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Dr. Varunji. This was really helpful. A lot of information, a lot of new initiatives that you have added. I'm sure everyone was looking forward to what we are doing, and we look forward to your support. I would like to invite Mr. Ankur Vaidyaji. He's the chairman of FIA. He would like to, for passing on the thanks.
Thank you everyone. Thank you Abhishek ji, and thank you to all the community leaders who have joined us on a Saturday to welcome Honorable Deputy Consul General Varun Jeff ji. I, along with the FIA fraternity, welcome you, sir, and I look forward to working together with you. Thank you. Jai Hind. God bless America.
Thank you, Ankur ji.
Thank you so much, Ankur ji. We do have some, key members that, who wanted to speak and show, their side of welcome to you, Dr. Varun. So I think I'm going to address those as well. And then we will quickly move on to any question and answers left. You've already addressed a lot of our queries, a lot of our questions. It has been really informative. But if there is anything, I would like to have my QA team as well here and to see if there is anything left. Can we have Gautam Patel ji?
Thank you, Mukta. Welcome, Dr. Varunji. We are delighted to have you join broader Indian community of New England and Indian community of US at large. I'm one of the members of the FIA New England. In addition, I'm also the founding member of Kadwa Patidar Samaj of New England and a member of New England American Indian Retailers Association. So this association members include mostly small business owners in retail, hotel, motel sectors. These communities have a keen interest in economic and investment policies, not just locally, but also at the intra-country levels. And these policies of interest are not just for the American Indian business community, but also in a broader community at large. As part of FIA, we would like to understand and advocate some of these economic policies that these communities raise. We look forward to working with you in sharing and resolving any of these concerns that may arise. Once again, welcome, Dr. Varunji, and thank you for sharing all this wonderful information. And we look forward to working with you next few years. Thank you.
Thank you, Gautam ji.
Thank you, Gautam ji. Can we have Meeta Patel ji here? She's the president of Patidar Samaj. Meeta ji.
Good morning. On behalf of Patidar Samaj of New England, I welcome you, Dr. Varun Seth. Very delighted that we have a face. When we call, we normally call to the consulate, and I'm glad that we have someone to talk to, and looking forward to see you and welcome to New England. And I would love to see you, looking forward to see you in person. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Meeta ji. Can we have Srinivas ji? Srinivas Kondi. He's from the Tamil Association.
North America Telugu Association of and I represent Telugu community in the Boston area, and I'm part of several organizations like many of us, and I'm extremely delighted to be part of this whole Indian diaspora and get a chance to meet you virtually. And I would like to personally thank FIA and the team who made this possible and bring all of us together one more time to talk to you, sir. And we look forward to work with you in future, like we have done in the past with the other consulate people as well. And things have changed quite a bit in the last few years, and we expect the same interaction and the cooperation that we can offer you and get from you in the same way. And once again, on behalf of all the Indian diaspora over in New England, we welcome you, sir. Thanks for giving me the chance to talk.
Thank you so much, Srinivasi. Can we have Rakesh Kumarji? Rakesh Sharma, I think.
It's okay. I think they are part of the.
Okay.
Do we have any question answer left? Mukta, if we have any, ask Gaurav and Amol.
Yeah, so I think if you have any questions, can we have Amolji or Gauravji, if there are any questions that have not been addressed here, or if there are new questions from the audience, we can take them here.
Yeah, sorry, Amol. Yeah, one question we got from in the Zoom chat. Somebody has the visa, which is tourist visa, which is valid until November 25. And he's asking, can I travel to Bangalore? He does not have OCI. I think Dr. Varun has already mentioned, like starting from November 15th or October 15th, he can. So yeah.
Yeah, so that has addressed, right? Anything new which is not covered?
I'm just correcting. So this is the 15th of October. People can start going to India using the business tourist visa, right?
So just to clarify on that, so tourist visa is one category where the travel was still restricted. So all the tourist visas that had been issued before this, so one cannot travel on that at the moment. One would need to apply for a fresh tourist visa. From 15th October onwards, what we are going to be doing, what we are going to be issuing would be a group tourist visa, those who are traveling to India by chartered flight. From 15th of November, after a month, it is going to be further opened up so that individual tourists can go. But from now onward, one can always apply for a tourist visa, which would be granted by the consulate, but travel for an individual tourist would start only after 15th of November. So if you have plans to travel after that, I would advise that you now start applying for the tourist visa.
Even if they have the existing visa, they have to apply for fresh.
For the time being, they have to apply for it fresh, yes.
Okay, thank you. So Amolji, you can go ahead and ask the questions.
No questions from my side. I would like to thank you, Dr. Jeff. You have covered all of the aspects, economical, cultural. You also covered university and students and support consulate services providing to the Indian students as well. So no questions from my side. Thank you very much for detailed information. Much appreciated.
Yeah, and thanks, Amol. And I got several questions on the website on our form related to OCI. So instead of reading individual questions, the people are asking their kids, they got the OCI when they were not 21 years old, now they are 21 years old. When do they need to apply for fresh OCI? When they get the new passport or as soon as they turn 21 years old? Second thing is, if somebody moved from one location in US to another location, do they need to get something done in their OCI? And third type of questions I got, we have to upload photo and a new passport for OCI. What is the time frame for that? And if that website is working or not? And what are the consequences of not doing it in timely fashion? We have to do it as soon as we get the new passport issued, or we have to do any time before we visit India. So these type of generic questions for OCI, if you can explain.
So OCI is something that we have seen a renewed interest from the community of late. So just to answer these 2-3 specific questions, now the government of India, we have simplified the OCI process a lot. We are more liberal in granting this card. So it is only once in a lifetime that one needs to get a new card issued or to have the OCI card reissued. Anybody who now turns 20 and the card was issued when the person was not 20 years old, and when he or she now turns 20, 21 years old, that is the only time that one needs to have a new OCI card reissued. And so that is one. Earlier, there was a requirement of also doing it when one turned 50, but that requirement has now been done away with. It has been made more simple. Whenever you get your new passport, all that one needs to do is log on to our website, then choose the OCI services from there and upload the new passport and upload the photograph and one more document on that. These things, the details are listed on our website. One just has to upload and update the information of the new passport when one gets it. That is all that one now needs to do. There is no need to get a new OCI card reissued whenever passport is changing or whenever you are issued a new passport. So that has been made more simple. It is usually advisable that you update your information about the change of location, just like you would do in case of a passport. So that would be our advice also. And if you have an OCI card, you do not then need to apply for visa. So I think that makes life more comfortable and easy. So I would advise more and more of Indian origin people, members of the community here, to go for this service that the government of India is extending to the community.
Okay, thank you, sir. So means once you become 21 years old, you don't have to apply OCI immediately if you got the passport when you are 20. So until you get the fresh passport, you can keep using the old OCI. Only once you get the new passport, you need to apply for fresh OCI after crossing the age of 21. Is this correct, or?
No, so you apply for a fresh. So if somebody had an OCI card when, say, somebody less than 20 years of age has an OCI, now he turns 21, it is advisable to have a new OCI card reissued for him.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
So a lot of questions are coming. So guys, don't worry. We will send the email to Consul General Office, and I think one by one specific questions will be addressed. Don't worry, whatever you have pinged into the chat or in the Google form, that everybody will get the answer of that. I think we are taking long time. Mukta, do we have anything?
No, I think that brings us towards the end of it. Thank you so much, Varunji, for taking time to address all the questions. Thank you to our Q&A team, Gaurav Dikshitji and Amolji, for reviewing. We did a Google survey and we asked a lot of questions. They've spent a lot of time looking at those questions, reviewing it and getting them answered. So thank you so much. That brings us towards the end of it. I would like to invite Abhishek Singhji. He's the president of FIA New England, and close the ceremony today.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Consul General of India, New York, Dr. Varun Jeff ji, taking the time for us and taking the challenge to address all our queries. I have sent him in advance, and thank you very much, very well addressed. Thank you all the organizations on very, very short notice, and during the weekend time, you all have invested your time. I am very hopeful that it will be create a nice future and a good bonding with our Indian Embassy and Consulate. So once again, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek ji.
Thank you. We can close it now.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day, have a good weekend, and happy Navratras.
Happy Navratras, everybody. Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you, guys.